Good day and welcome to another session of Drawing Basics at Arts to Tryon Studio. My name is Ellie Tryon, and today we're going to be doing 2-point perspective. The last lessons have been learning how to control the medium by drawing lines and arcs, and then learning how to draw the shapes, which are the square, the triangle, the circle. And last week we learned about 1-point perspective. So this week it will be 2-point perspective. For the purpose of this exercise, we were going to put our horizon line there. We're going to draw squares just to learn how to do this, and you can practice this. So the first thing I'm going to do is put up my horizon line. Horizon line. So we have our horizon line, and instead of drawing a square at the top like we've done before, we're going to draw one line. That is the corner of the square, the corner of the cube that's facing us. It's coming toward us, and everything else in this cube is going away from us. So this is what we're going to do. So we're going to start here and put about a 4-inch, we're going to start right here in the middle, and we're going to put a 4-inch straight line right there, facing, and right at the edge of each side of our newsprint pad paper is going to be our vanishing points. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a very light line to the bottom, and I'm going to put a very light line from the vanishing point to the top. Same thing on the other side. Find the vanishing point, find the point that I want to be at. If you feel it slip, stop and readjust, hold. Right now I'm using a yardstick, so I really have to hold it tight. There we go. Very light lines. And then if I want to, I'm going to use the width of the ruler each time for the sides, because that's going to establish my next points. So anything on the right side is going to go down to the left. And if it's on the left side, it's going to go down to the right. And you're going to do this very lightly, because these lines, these guidelines, can be removed. Once you know where this all is, you can then use a smaller ruler to establish how you make this a little darker for you. I'm going to use a smaller ruler, and I know where everything is located now. I don't have to worry about that. And you can see how everything that is closer to me is larger, and that it goes away from me goes a little smaller as it goes away from me. That's perspective. And this is a floating cube. So that's what we're working on, are floating cubes at this point. And you will learn, and if you practice this, I would like you to do a bunch of them and get some of them closer to the horizon, and you will see that the bottom gets less and less. I'd like you to try that. Let's do this one here in the middle also, 4 inches. And then I'm going to move to my yardstick. And I'm going to draw put my mark here, move it up. Whoop. A bad day of getting this. It should be much lighter, but we'll be okay since it's the charcoal. And here. Here. And here. And again, I'm only going to use the width of the ruler itself. To make lines, and then I can pick this up. Make this a little darker, just so you can see how these lines are working. For you. So as you're doing this, you're seeing how this works. Let me just get rid of those, the top ones, and leaving my horizon line there. There's my horizon line, still there, the horizon line. So it's, you don't see the top, except as you're looking up at it, you don't see the top. So now we're going to do the last one where you will see the top. And again, I'm doing the corner of the building. That's the corner of the building coming out at you. Then we go from here to the vanishing point to that corner. Because we need to establish what's coming out at us. Same thing down at the bottom part. Vanishing point. Put your charcoal there, put your charcoal at the point, and then you can pull it down gently. There. And then you want to figure out how wide you want the building to be. And like I said, I'm just using the width of the ruler to define how the sides will be. And it establishes the next corners which need to be, and which will define the top of this cube. So left to right, left side to right side to left side. So now we've got the top, or the roof. We can see the roof of the building. I'm going to call these buildings. You should do a good amount of these and in different areas on here so that you can see how the vanishing points define how much of the top or the roof of something that you see, not seeing the roof at all, or seeing the bottom of a cube. Now this is where you can pick up your compressed charcoal and define where shadows is. Now, shadows are. I'm going to say the light is coming from this direction. So this means it would be hitting here. This means that this whole area over here would be in shadow. And I'm putting my shadow in there. And since we're talking about a bottom, the bottom, and I'm going to make my bottom a little darker, which means it's going to take a few more things. And you can see now it has a three-dimensional look. This here, again, the light's coming here, so it would be here. And then if you want the cast shadow, since this is sitting on the ground, you can make your line and push it out like so. And it gives it that feeling of sitting on the ground. Same thing here, the light, so that the light is hitting the top of the roof. This might be just enough in shadow that it's just a little darker than the roof, but still in light. And so it's very, very light. And again, cast shadow would be like so. Dragging it out. So you can practice these types of things so that you can add them on to your exercises. So your exercises for this week are still to draw your straight lines to keep improving your skill with the charcoal. Do the arcs. It's going to help with your circles. And then move into doing 1-point perspective and then do 2-point perspective, and doing them at different levels along, up and down from your horizon line. And if you ask where to put your horizon, put it where you want it, because this is an exercise. Put the horizon line where you want it. And then just mark that it's 1 point and that it's 2 point each time, and then practice that. That's what I need you to do this week to improve your drawing skills. Next week we'll be going on about the perspective of circles, so that when a circle lays on its side, it becomes an oval shape. How to improve creating that oval shape, especially when you start drawing things like silos, or you're drawing a vase, or you're drawing a cup. How much of the top of that are you seeing, and how much do you want to see of that? That's the important part, and how perspective plays a part in that. So I thank you for tuning in. Again, welcome to Arts to Tryon Studio. I'm Ellie Tryon. Please visit my website, www.artstotryon.com. Also visit my Patreon page. And that's www.patreon.com/Arts to Tryon Studio. I would love to have you as one of my patrons, one of my supporters. I do post videos on there, especially for those that like to paint. And so I will talk to you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.